back to the Ultimate Seattle Sports Show. It's time for our deep dive.
Real quick,
with Dusty.
Paul, I do have breaking news regarding
from Chris
the
Egan.
Mariners.
He can't hold it any longer.
We're getting reports that Cade Anderson will be called up. I don't know if Jerry DePoto is watching the show or not. Maybe he is. We're getting reports that Cade Anderson will be called up and could be pitching on Saturday. More on that. We've got Bill Kruger hitting the reverse on his car. We're going to try to get him back on studio, Paul.
That's
but
right.
Back to the fantasy stuff.
But next time you do breaking news, Chris, hold your ear like I'm getting it right now that, something a little more official.
Paul, I'm being told.
That's what you need to do. All right, Dusty, let's get you in here and talk about some fantasy football drafting. I'll just let you take it away.
He's holding his ear, Paul.
Yeah, I'm hearing that Paul has no interest in this segment.
I'm hearing you are absolutely right.
Hey, guys, all I'll tell you is this. If Paul was in a league, we know he'd finish in last, so he's not going to pay attention because we know that he had no chance in the first place. So I'm here to help out people that are unlike Paul, that actually want to give him a chance.
Can I say just one thing?
You got it.
I did join. I have friends in the newsroom who are in fantasy draft and fantasy football and all that stuff. I am a team player. I gave the guy $20 and I said, I don't care what happens, but I'll give you $20 to add to your pool. Yeah. So I am a team player. I just don't want to play.
And then you pick Joe Flacco in the first round.
and Paul knows that a lot of fantasy drafts will be taking place this weekend across the Pacific Northwest, across the country. So that's why we bring in Dusty for a deep dive.
All right, let's go. Get this over with.
Paul could not be more excited to be talking today about running backs and receivers. Paul's favorite position, of course. And, of course, you guys are going to see these picked throughout the first round in your draft. So with that, I'm going to give you guys my top 10 running backs and my top 10 receivers. Let's start with running backs because you're going to see two come off the board pretty immediately. Consensus is all around. You kind of look at the top two. It's Gibbs and Robinson, and I think everybody agrees, including myself, on that. Then it starts to get a little shaky, guys. I go with CMC. I know that's not going to be a local favorite there, but you're talking about possible potential of getting the highest output of points. I go with McCaffrey there. Then Jonathan Taylor and Saquon round out the top 5. For my top 10, I have Ashton Genty, who I think is going to have a better year this season in year 2. The reason why, of course, he is a new quarterback. We'll see what happens with Mendoza down the road, but just being able to have a full year potentially of Bowers to get some targets should open up the running game for Genty. Then you have Chase Brown, who is very consistent. Also, if you look at the rest of the list, you have 3 other running backs that I believe could go even higher in your drafts, and that's, of course, where the ADP suggests. James Cook is going as high as the 4th running back taken. Derrick Henry is Mr. Consistent, and KW3, yes, very familiar name, of course, with the Chiefs now.
Yeah, you've got the Super Bowl MVP in your top 10. Interesting with McCaffrey and Taylor. Those two could go back and forth. Yes. McCaffrey with his injury problems, but no Jadarian Price on the list. Where should he be going in the drafts?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Price, he's going a little bit lower. Of course, the injury is part of that. Also, just because he's a rookie. You didn't see Jeremiah Love's name up there. I like him possibly to be a top 10 at the end of the year as well. But where Love is going just a little higher than where you see Price right now. Price is going 66th overall in Yahoo rankings. If you're doing a salary cap league, he's going for about $9. I think that's a pretty good deal. I'm picking him in a keeper league. So, of course, a year that rolls over in a 4th round, and in a redraft, I have him in the 6th round.
If I could just interject here, Zach Charbonnet is a hard one to predict as a fan. Where to draft him? Now, where do you see him going?
Yeah, Charbonnet is being picked anywhere around the 130 to 140 round. Of course, that means that that's the 13th or 14th round. He's going to be one of your last guys you get, and if you have an IR spot, you can dip him there. He's not going high, guys, so you can get him pretty late in your drafts, and rightfully so, just because of the unexpected ETA for him, and of course, Price being the starter as well.
All right, from running backs to wide receivers, who do you got in your top 10 for the receivers?
Yeah, I think that I kind of stick with what we see consensus-wise in the first couple. Jamar Chase, pretty consensus 1, Puka 2, and JSN is where I go 3. You're going to see him at 4 and 5. I just think that Mr. Consistent right there, year 2 with Darnold, why would he not be able to put up similar numbers to last season? And then you go with St. Brown and CD to round out the top 5 for my top 10. I love Nico Collins this year. Hopefully a healthy year for him completely, and also because I don't trust any of the following receivers that are going generally this high, which is Justin Jefferson because of his QB, George Pickens just because of targets to Lamb, and then Drake London, also a quarterback situation I don't love. I do love Chris Olave, though, because Tyler Shuck airing it out, I trust him more than I think most people do. I think Shuck is a great great sleeper to have if you're going for a quarterback, and I think Olave is also going to benefit from that.
And Paul and I, we love a little Olave garden, breadsticks and pasta.
Unlimited.
I love a Olave garden also. Zuppa
Very
Toscana,
nice.
baby. Zuppa Toscana.
Hey, listen, before we let you go, we see JSN up there. Where is the fantasy value for Rashid Shaheed?
Yeah, Shaheed is also kind of a late pick, and I'm not going to say he's a sleeper necessarily. He's being owned by roughly 58% of leagues in sleeper. When you look at Yahoo, he's being kept at around 36%. So people know of him. He could go as high as the 11th round. I just don't see him being a significant value as far as where you're picking him early, but I do think his output could be decent. He'll give you 7-8 points a week, maybe one breakout week, but in general, I'm not expecting a massive breakout as far as fantasy is concerned.
I got to ask him, Paul, because I just picked him up late in my draft. Carnell Tate, what are we thinking there? Anything out of this young man? Another sleeper?
I like him as a potential sleeper. I actually think Jordan Tyson, when he comes back healthy, to be paired with Shuck, I think that's going to be a huge name to keep an eye on, especially because he will start the year injured. I do love the rookies this year, guys, but I would actually lean towards Tyson, not for overall point total, but I think he has a higher ceiling this season in particular.
I'm taking notes all day long,
Well, I
Paul.
mean, you got the Olave garden. You want to throw Tyson Chicken in there? Maybe get a couple of endorsements?